Dear students, welcome to our YouTube channel Experience Tutor. This is the welcome message. On YouTube, search for Experience Tutor. It will come at the top. Once you are into the channel, you click for subscribe. For free coaching classes from class 6 to class 12th, for free coaching classes from IIT JEE and other engineering examinations, for free coaching classes for NEET and other medical entrance examination, for free coaching classes for IGCSE, IB, A-level and other international examinations. For any query and to know about online test, please email us help.experiencetutor@gmail.com. Now let us start with our sample lecture Physics class 12th or IIT or NEET. This is a sample lecture which we have covered little fast because it is a long video. For details, just subscribe our channel and go to the tutorial, original tutorial. There it is explained in details. So statement. It states that electric flux in a closed surface S is equal to Q upon epsilon naught, where Q is the total charge enclosed by surface S. Proof. Consider the total flux through a sphere of radius r which encloses a point charge q at its center. Consider a small area element. In the figure it is shown as yellow. Vector, element vector delta S on the sphere as shown in the figure. Now the electric flux through this area element is delta phi is equal to E delta S is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught unit vector r dot delta S. Here E is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught unit vector r as per Coulomb's law. The unit vector r is along the radius vector from the center to the area element. Along the area element vector delta S has the direction perpendicular outside the area delta S, which is also the direction of r. So unit vector unit vector r dot delta S is equal to unit vector dot delta S dot delta unit vector r, which is equal to delta S. Why? Because r unit vector r dot unit vector r is equal to 1. Therefore, delta phi is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught delta S. Therefore, delta phi is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square delta S. The total flux through the sphere is obtained by adding up the flux through all the different area elements. Therefore, phi is equal to sigma all delta S q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square multiplied by delta S. Since each area element of the sphere is at the same direction of r, therefore sigma all delta S is equal to S is equal to 4 pi r square. Area of the sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. Thus, phi is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square multiplied by 4 pi r square is equal to, we have to cancel out 4 pi r square by 4 pi r square, q by epsilon naught is left, which is the essence, which is essentially verifies the Gauss law. Mathematically, Gauss law can be stated integration of E dot ds is equal to q by epsilon naught. Now let us see a problem based on Gauss law, how competitive exams asked the problem. This is just a sample problem. So sample lecture to solve IIT problems, NEET problems, etc. This is not the subjective IIT problem, this is the objective one, the first paper. So problem: charge is distributed uniformly throughout the volume of an infinitely long cylinder of radius r. The electric field at a distance r from the cylinder axis for small r is less than capital R is A rho r upon epsilon naught, B rho r upon 2 epsilon naught, C rho r upon 3 epsilon naught, D rho r upon 4 epsilon naught. Explanation: consider a cylinder element of radius small r and length L according to Gauss law as shown in the figure. So according to Gauss law, integration E dot ds is equal to q by epsilon naught. So instead of ds we can write 2 pi r L. Therefore E multiplied by 2 pi r L is equal to rho multiplied by pi r L, pi r square L upon epsilon naught. Rho is the charge density and pi r square L is the volume of the cylinder. Therefore E is equal to rho by r, rho r upon 2 epsilon naught. So let us see what are the options given and which is matching. So we have an option B. So solution is B. Now let us go through a sample lecture, chemistry, class 12, IIT, NEET, etc. So the first problem is asked in 12th boards, that the basis of similarities and differences between the metallic and ionic crystals. Second part of the question is ionic solids are hard and brittle. So these two questions are from solid state chemistry, the first chapter of class 12th. The answer to the first part is the basis of similarities between metallic and ionic crystals is that both these crystal types are held by electrostatic force of attraction. In metallic crystals, the electrostatic force acts between the positive ion and the electron. In ionic crystals, it acts between the oppositely charged ions. Hence, both have high melting points. The basis of difference between metallic and ionic crystals is that in metallic crystals the electrons are free to move, and so metallic crystals can conduct electricity. However, in ionic crystals the ions are not free to move. As a result, they cannot conduct electricity. However, in molten state or in aqueous solution, they are good conductor of electricity. So, the second part, ionic solids are hard and brittle. The constituent particle of ionic crystals are ions. These ions are held together in three-dimensional arrangement by electrostatic force of attraction. Since the electrostatic force of attraction is very strong, the charged ions are held in fixed position. This is the reason why ionic crystals are hard and brittle. So this type of questions are asked in 12th boards. Now let us see the questions which are asked, the type of questions which are asked in the competitive exams. Problem: if three elements X, Y, and Z crystallize in cubic solid lattice with X atoms at the corner, Y atoms at cube center, and Z atoms at edges, then the formula for of the compound is X A XYZ, B X Y3Z, C XYZ3, D X3YZ. So atom X is shared by 8 corners. Fine. One atom of Z is shared by 4 unit cells. Atom Y is present at the center of the unit cell. Hence, effective number of atoms of X per unit cell is equal to 8 into 1 by 8, that is 1. Effective number of atoms of Z per unit cell is equal to 12 upon 4, that is 3. Effective number of atoms of Y per unit cell is equal to 1. Hence, the compound formula or formula of the compound is equal to XYZ3. Let us check the options which are available to us. Yes, option C is available, so the solution is C. Before moving forward, if you have not subscribed our channel, request you to subscribe our channel. Subscribe it, like it, and share it with your friends. Please click on the subscribe button to support us, and also click on the bell icon to get automatic notification whenever a new video is uploaded. Now let us see sample lecture of mathematics of class 12th, IIT engineering, etc. So problem is solve integration dx under root x plus x root x. So let I is equal to integration dx upon root x plus x root x. So we'll separate it. Then we can get 1 upon root x dot 1 upon 1 plus root x. What we have done here? We have taken root x as a common, taken out from the denominator. Let root x is equal to t. So we differentiate both the sides, so we get dx is equal to 2t dt. Now, putting the value, we get 2 integration 2 dt upon t dt upon t under root 1 plus t. Again, we get 2 integration, we have cancelled out dt, and we get 2 integration dt under root 1 plus t is equal to 4 under root 1 plus t plus c is equal to 4 under root 1 plus root x plus c. This is a sample example how questions are asked. More tougher problem are asked the in competitive examinations, but 12th boards question are of this type. Now let us see the sample lecture on science class 10th. So the problem, how the problem asked in 10th boards for science. Why does the color of copper sulfate solution change when an iron nail is dipped in it? So we know that the copper sulfate color is blue. As soon as you drop an iron nail, so we are discussing that as soon as we put an iron nail into copper sulfate solution, the blue color converts to green. This is because the iron is more reactive than copper and it displaces the copper from copper sulfate solution and the solution changes to iron sulfate. Iron sulfate's color is green. So if we see the reaction CuSO4 plus Fe gives FeSO4 plus Cu. So copper sulfate blue color solution changes to iron sulfate green color solution. Now, let us see a sample lecture of mathematics class 10th mathematics board, how the questions are asked. For example, they will ask you to prove the theorem under root 2 is irrational. Proof. Let us assume to the contrary that root 2 is rational. So we can find the integers r and s is not equal to 0, such that under root 2 is equal to r upon s. Suppose r and s have a common factor other than 1. Then we divide by the common factor to get root 2 is equal to a by b, where a and b are co-prime. So b root 2 cross multiply it is equal to a, squaring both the side. So b root 2 converts to 2b square is equal to a square. Therefore 2 divides a square. Therefore 2 divides a also. There is a theorem where it says that if a prime number divides by a square, it is divided by a also. So we can write a is equal to 2c for some integer c. Substituting for a, we get 2b square is equal to 4c square. That is, b square is equal to 2c square. This means that 2 divides b square and so 2 divides b. The same theorem, if a prime number divides by a square, then it divides by a also. Therefore, a and b have at least 2 as a common factor. But this contradicts the fact that a and b have no common factor other than 1. This contradiction has arisen because of our incorrect assumption that root 2 is rational. So we conclude that root 2 is irrational. And this is the end of our sample lessons and promotions for experienced tutor on YouTube. Please click on subscribe button to support us and also click on the bell icon to get automatic notification. All the services for this YouTube channel are free of cost. Thank you for watching this promotional video. We are looking forward for your subscription and emails and comments. Be in touch with us. Thank you. Be in touch with us. Thank you.